Not fried rice happening, but maybe we want to check some chat out there. Interesting, interesting, MIA. Ron D, hello. So, how we doing today, everybody? 7 a.m. We got this Thursday thing going on. We've had 2 days of pretty intense red in the markets, and right now we're seeing some green above me, just a little bit. Is this going to be a bounce back day, or is this going to be a mixed day? How are we feeling about this one? After yesterday's minutes being released from the Fed, I know that there's been some hawkish tones struck. We do have some news articles prepared for everyone. But first things first, and I do want to begin our short report together today. So, our short report, we go through AMC, GME, a lot of our different FOMO list stocks, any ones that the community enjoys and would like to go over. I like to go over those ones as well. So now is the time to throw them out there if you would like. And I'm going to get a couple things ready, and I'm going to start in just a moment here. Good morning, good morning. Welcome to Rock in the Morning. You're watching Bulldog Trading Network's short report for April 7th, Thursday, 2022. And first up, we're going to go to our AMC. AMC is sitting at 20.91% current short interest of the free float. Next up, we're going to go to our GME, GameStop. GameStop is currently, let's get over to there, sitting at 21.24%. That's of 7:05 in the morning right now on Thursday. So it's our most up-to-date data that we've got going on. Let's hit this FOMO list over here, or maybe it's over there, I think. FOMO list up top. And we're going to do HTGM, and that's going to be HTG molecular. Let's see what we got here. Looking at 0.3%, a little low on that one. ERYP is next. That's Ortex Pharma. And I think I've got to, maybe hit the right button first, I think I did, though. Where'd it go? No data. No data available. Hey, at least they actually say no data. Sometimes they just say NA on everything. So again, this is Ortex that we're using. Thank you, Ortex, for this data. It's our most up-to-date short interest data we have on the market as retail investors at the moment. And it is some good stuff. This is the MDVL Metavale, looking at 5.1%. MNTS is next. That's Momentous. Let's check Momentous out. This one is at 4.21%. SST, multiple day runner here. Let's see what we have going on. This one did have a very large cost to borrow. At this point in the mornings, we don't have that info. As they come in, we can check that. And this one right now, though, we do see it is on the threshold list, and it's at 21.8%. That's SST. Then there's going to be LEDS on our FOMO list up there. Semileds, semi-LEDs, maybe. 6.6 on there. HPQ is next. And HP running off some news of a Berkshire Hathaway investment. I believe it was around $4 billion. Don't quote me on that quite yet. We do have an article ready to read. And if you're just tuning into these short reports and aren't aware, we do have a 24/7 live stock and crypto channel that is going on like at this moment that you're watching this short report. And this is actually a video that I'm recording live right now with an audience, and we are putting this short report up in its own video. Let's put our RNAZ up next. That's going to be Transcode Therapeutics. Short interest here. And we're looking at 0.2%. That's going to wrap up our FOMO list. And at this point, let's go through a couple of the past few days' runners and sympathy plays. We've already done AMC and GME. Let's look at HYMC. That's going to be Hycroft Mining. Hycroft is a company that recently got a investor from AMC themselves. So this is on threshold list. It's at 8.8. Let's look at Bed Bath & Beyond. This one could be considered a bit of a sympathy play to GME. Looking at the short interest here, we're at 19.4%. Then let's go ahead and we will look at SENS next. SENS. SENS has been on the short interest radar for the past couple days because as we do these, we will put them in the order of a short score some of the time. And SENS has actually been climbing on that short score list, I've noticed. It's at 23.07% current short interest for Sends. Let's go ahead and we'll check out Mullen, M-U-L-N. Mullen's been flowing. This one is at 25.31%, and it's on the threshold list. So we got a little double there. Want to check and see if there was any symbols thrown out here in the community real fast. Then the other ones, let's go ahead and we'll take a look down now this side. And I want to start at the top at some of the biggest runners that we see going on over there at the moment. Let's take a look in on SENN, S-E-N-N there. That's going to be Centro Electric Group, formerly Naked, NAKD. That's at 4.9%. How about Prague? Prague's been pretty beat up lately. Getting in here. All right, Prague sits at 13.6%. How about BBIG? Finco Ventures, BBIG. Sitting at 16.53%. Next, let's look through CEI. Let's jump into CEI data there. Camber Energy, 13.65%. And looking like SoFi has some movement there on the list. Let's look at SoFi. SoFi sitting at 17.06%. And last one on that list over there, we'll look at IRNT. IRNT sitting at 5.7. Let's go ahead and we'll take a look at a couple of the plays in the past couple days that our community is interested in. A couple call outs here I'm seeing is Fun, P-H-U-N, Fun. Fun is at 1.65% current short interest. Let's look at GFAI. GFAI is Guard Force. Guard Force. Look at Guard Force there. Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner so far. For our short report, I always like to kind of do a little bit of a highlight. Maybe I'll actually get a little bell. But this one is now the highest one that we're seeing today at 40.84%, and on the threshold list is GFAI. Now, the other one that comes to mind that was a runner yesterday that's a lot, at least the AI part in the end of the name was Big Bear, BBAI. And let's look up Big Bears. That one's at 7.1%. And just to finish off some of the community plays that have been popular lately, let's look at IMPP. This one is sitting at 1.7%, but it is on the threshold list. And how about Any? A-N-Y, Annie. Sphere 3D. Sphere 3D is sitting at 7.19%. Last but not least, on our cruise around the community, let's look at Aterian, Ater, or Ater, whatever we want to do with that one. A-T-E-R. That is sitting at 35.17%. So that is second place, I think, so far today. And beyond that, let us go ahead and switch into our short score list. This is how we will see some of our lists go on. They'll just put together the free float on loan information, the short score that we were just, or I'm sorry, the short interest that we were just reading through. They'll do the cost to borrow, so it's a full score, and still Tattooed Chef is at the top. Then we got Blink, Go EV, Beam, Weber, Joanne and FUV, VLNS, EV Go, Smile Direct Club, BMTX, Solo Brands, DTC, SG, there's Sens, Janix, LFST, Arkamoto, Lemonade, Circuit, App Harvest, and we'll chill it out there. And I'm just going to slowly pull back up to the top. You'll see scrolling above my head right there. These are the short scores going by, and we're just about to break into the 90s here. After, there we go, VLNS and up are all 90 and above on this score. Again, not financial advice and not guaranteeing any of these will run. It's just how they put them together. In fact, let's go ahead and order them for fun. I like to do sometimes a little bit different. Let's do cost to borrow this time. We'll put them in order of the highest cost to borrows. So we are sitting with ADTH at the top. This cost to borrow is about 300% ADTH, and then there's Health, HLTH, and Jasper, Sweet Green, and Beam, IO, and TRVI. So these are just interesting little bits of plays, and we won't go too far down here. Let's cap it at Weber, let's say. And I'll go over here, and we will just peek in to see where about we are on that cost to borrow. So we'll see down significantly from that 300%. That's at 35% now at Weber. And then from 35, it'll just go up from there, right? So if we just check in, let's see. I wish we could rearrange them this and move my cost to borrow category over next to the symbol, but we cannot do that here. So let's see, 50, 80. Now we're getting spicy. 98%. Which one's this one? Beam, 98% there. And here we're going over 100% now. 100% cost to borrows, Sweet Green and beyond here, Jasper, Health, and ADTH. I'll just scroll that. 300, 212, 207. Interesting stuff. All right. So that is going to wrap up our Ortex data for today's short report. But you know, at the end of our short reports, I do like to leave us with a little bit of bonus material. So these are going to be the trending symbols on the day thus far. We got SST, IPOF, SoFi, Hewlett Packard, Walmart, Ford Motor, IPOD, HMHC, SBFM, and Apogee. Now, next we will have the most active. Let's throw this in here. SPY, Mullen, AMC, Nile, Tilray, SST, Twitter, Tesla, Sunshine, Bitcoin. Then we'll do the top symbols added to watch lists in the past 24 hours. This is always interesting. These are kind of where all the eyes are going all of a sudden. ADN, Twitter, SST, BTAI, SBFM, BBAI, Tilray, Tesla, Nvidia, and Apple. Last, well, we'll probably have two more here. Let's then look in at the threshold list. Sometimes it's when we're doing our short reports on our Ortex data, you'll notice a red indicator come up and it'll say threshold security list or threshold list, whatever Ortex says exactly. This is that list. So when these shares are not returned to the lender, they'll wind up on this security list. So we do have Beam, we'll see, and sometimes I like to keep my mind open and see where some things are in conjunction and multiple lists, that type of thing. Dene and DRCT, Faraday, First, there's Guard Force, GFAI, and HYDR, HYMC, ICPT, IMPP, JSPR, Invesco, MFH, and Mullen, NCTY, Ocean Pal, SDIG, and SOPA, CETA, VLON, and Wisdom Tree. Last but not least for today will be the trending symbols throughout Reddit and 4chan. We got SPY, GameStop, SST is number 3, Goldman Sachs, Ethereum at 5. There's that HC, I think it is, or whatever that one is. That it was not. It gets me confused with the HYMC a little bit, but it's not that one. The Houghton Mifflin Court, Tesla, Bit Nile, AMD, Tilray, the QQQs, Nvidia and Twitter, and AMC and Apple. That's top 15. We're probably going to go a little further here. SoFi, Newegg, Microsoft and Mullen, Archaea, Costco, Palantir, Parsley, Amazon, Meta, OI Glass, IRNT, Vanguard, Total Stock Market, Vinco, Cooper, Travel Center, DWAC, Vanguard, ProShares. We've got DTE, Gartner, Zim, Alibaba, Clear, and Forrester. And we're chilling at the top 40. All right, I'll slowly scroll through here. Again, these are the highest talked about symbols online at the moment. I like to keep my eyes sometimes where everyone else's eyes are, especially when it comes to the stock market. And here's our top 15. I'll a little slower go through top 15 at the moment. Here we go. All right, and that is going to do it for us today. Y'all are awesome. Thank you for tuning in today's short report at Rock in the Morning at Bulldog Trading. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Okay, everybody, thank you for tuning in to that. That was our live short report that we then clip and have it loaded to our channel. You can feel free to check that out at any point in time in the day. Let me go ahead and give the heads up that we are all done and recorded there.